I'm going to show you how to make a really simple, easy eggplant spread that you can use on pretty much everything. So to get started, get the aromatics ready for the eggplants. Here I'm using garlic and fresh thyme. Snip the thyme into about half-inch pieces. Kitchen shears are great here for this. All right, then for our eggplants, I'm starting with 3 medium-sized eggplants. When you're selecting eggplants, just make sure that they feel heavy for their size, no bruises, nice firm flesh. This is a great recipe to make at the end of summer, early fall, when there's just so much eggplant in the market. I always see the eggplant and I just want to cook it and cook it and cook it, so you can add this to your repertoire of eggplant dishes. So eggplant's one of those vegetables that I think just improves over time. So if you make this eggplant spread, say, on a Monday, Tuesday, then you are ready to go for cocktail hour on Thursday or Friday. Slice it lengthwise. This is a great meat alternative if you're trying to incorporate more plant-based meals into your week. So we have our halves here. We're going to make small little cuts. Okay, now I have 4 cloves of garlic that I thinly sliced here, and I'm going to stuff each sliver with a couple of slices of garlic. So adding the garlic to the eggplant like this accomplishes a couple of things. One, it really infuses the garlic flavor throughout the eggplant. And 2, we're roasting this eggplant at about 400 degrees, which is pretty high. And tucking these little garlic slivers into the eggplant keeps them from burning and turning bitter. They're kind of protected. Okay, so now we're going to repeat the same idea with the thyme. You're just going to join in on the garlic fun. So let's get these eggplants in the oven. Just arrange them on a rimmed baking sheet and drizzle with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Eggplant really doesn't need that much oil to cook. It just needs sufficient baking time. There. And season with salt. And that is it. Roast these until they are nice and tender at 400 degrees, about 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so my eggplant have cooked for about 30 minutes. Let them cool off for a little bit so that you can pretty easily handle them. Remove the flesh with a spoon and just pop it into a food processor. Pretty easy to do, just like this. You already have your delicious aromatics studded in there. You have the garlic, the thyme, and this is exactly what you want to see when you are cooking eggplant. You want it to look really silken and shiny. You don't want to see any areas that look matte or even sort of whitish. You don't want to encounter any resistance. It should be super, super smooth, very, very tender. Okay, last one. So creamy. Make sure we get all the bits out. All right. So I'm going to give this a quick whirl just to break it up a bit. Just pulse it a couple times. Okay, pulse it just to break it down a bit, and then we'll add the aromatics. We're going to use about 3 tablespoons of chopped mixed herbs. I'm going to use fresh basil and parsley. Love the basil. And parsley just pretty much goes with anything. I have so much of this growing in my backyard. I'm always looking for an opportunity to use it. Just give this a quick chop. Break it down a bit. This will also go in the food processor, so it'll be broken down even more. Ooh, this smells so fresh. Love this. So I'll add the herbs to the eggplant. This smells so wonderful. Really, really fresh, vibrant. Cannot wait to try this. Hit that with 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Season with pepper and salt. Let's give this a spin. always like to scrape down the side, the food processor, make sure everything is incorporated nice and evenly. All right, this looks really nice, super silky. Okay, let's try a little bit of this. So this eggplant spread is delicious on its own, just as a dip with crudité or toast points. This would also be really delicious on a piece of whole grain toast with a fried egg, kind of your new avocado toast. And this is also one of my favorite things to dollop into just a regular old grain bowl. So lots of whole grains, veggies, raw and cooked. This is a really nice creamy component to sort of center that with. So let's give it a try here. Looks so beautiful. And this is something that's only going to improve over time in the fridge. So, it's rich, it's creamy, great way to get more vegetables into your diet. Make a big batch of this, store it in your fridge, and it's ready when you are.